For one weekend in September, the small, normally sleepy Lancashire town of Rossendale is invaded by bikers attending the annual Rossendale Valley Motorbike Show. And for the first time in its 8-year history, the show took place over 2 days. The weekend attracted over 40,000 people from all over the UK and as far away as Canada, Italy and Holland. Bikes of every shape and size packed the narrow streets. A real wall-to-wall biking weekend. And with attractions to suit every taste and age group, this year's show offered something for all the family. One of the noisiest attractions on Saturday was the lawnmower racing. Competitors sped around the course on some well-prepared and finely tuned machines, powered of course by lawnmower engines. Grass-cutting blades are of course removed in the interest of safety, which is just as well because by the end of the session there was hardly a blade in sight. Sunday morning saw the gathering of 4 celebrity-led ride-ins in nearby Haslingden. Over 1,000 bikes then took part in the 3-mile journey to Rossendale town centre. It was an awesome sight by anyone's standard. Despite the typical, very wet English weather, the show, as always, must go on. And the streets were full of happy people, although finding a parking space large enough for a motorcycle was becoming increasingly more difficult by the hour. Now, if riding fast in the wet fills you with fear, then spare a thought for the mini-moto racers. With virtually no tread on their tyres, and the backside less than 12 inches off the ground, keeping one of these machines upright is nowhere near as easy as these talented riders make it look. And arena displays are always a main attraction at any show. And here's an old friend of two wheels, jumping Jake Semtex, displaying his jumping and wheeling skills. He is of course the current British record holder for the longest non-stop wheelie, an amazing 64 miles. Yes, you heard that right, 64 miles on the back wheel. Meanwhile, back amongst the wet and muddy accessory tents, bikers were snapping up the bargains. Everything from a gasket to leather underwear. Local dealers displayed a range of machines, and although test rides weren't too popular in the wet, business was as brisk as ever. The star attraction for many was of course the stunt display, and it wasn't just professional riders who impressed the crowd. Amateur riders had auditioned early in the year, and the very best were chosen to perform on the day. But for those with more of a faint heart, there was the show bike competition. Entries ranged from old Vespers to classic Lambrettas, complete with chrome and mirrors. Naturally, there was a good presence of trikes and a very smart-looking Triumph Tiger 100 from 1955. A flat-tank vintage Sunbeam stood proudly in the Heritage Classic display, alongside a 350 Gold Star Sand Racer and many other machines, the likes of which most of the crowd were far too young to remember. Well, if the amateur stunt riders were impressive, then hold on to your hats, because here come the professionals, and this is the trick wizard himself, Jason Finn, the man who can do incredible things with his Montesa Trials bike. Other displays came from Dave Coates, Sonny Ferguson and Neil Porter, who proved that you don't necessarily need a big powerful machine to do a wheelie. A scooter will do fine, providing of course you've got bags of natural talent. The Rossendale Valley Motorbike Show is the biggest town centre bike show in Europe, and all of the proceeds go to charity. Come rain or shine, it's a great family day out, a must for all biking fans. What more can you ask for? Oh yes, this year's top of the bill will leave you in the very capable hands of the world famous Purple Helmet.